PTR has been a successful community for many years. However, a community of this magnitude is doomed to produce certain funny, sad, and outright illegal moments. I have compiled them for your viewing pleasure. Tier 1. AOC 2. Age of Civilizations 2 is a grand strategy war game that is simple to learn, yet hard to master. Your objective is to use military tactics and cunning diplomacy to either unify the world or conquer it. The game, developed by Lukas Czachowski, was the basis for the community that gave life to Portal to Reality. Midnight. Midnight Strategy Gaming, also known as 1159, 12, Midnight, and other names, is a Discord server that was originally designed to be a hub for the 1159 AOC2 mod, but eventually grew to be a hangout server with a grand strategy bot called Triumph and Tragedy. Paradox Games. Paradox Interactive is a game publisher and developer best known for making several grand strategy games, with their most popular ones including Hearts of Iron 4 and Europa Universalis 4. Their games have been a recurring topic within the PTR Discord server. World Roleplay. World Roleplay is a Discord server which specializes in nation roleplaying, also known as geopolitical roleplaying, within which many PTR users have been involved. Under The Oven's leadership, the server reached its peak. However, it has been in a decline ever since. Starboard. Starboard is a Discord bot that creates a special channel where messages with a certain number of star emoji reactions get sent. Most often the messages there are either humorous in nature or very popular with the community. Most of the best posts from PTR can be found in its channel. A sister channel called Clownboard was around from the 23rd of July 2021 to the 3rd of January 2022. PtAOC 3. Portal to Age of History 3 is a Discord server ran mostly by PTR staff that focuses on leaks, news, and the future of the next installment in the Age of History series. Other than focusing on the game, the server is most notable for its very mentally challenged community, with users such as Akor the Janny, Vyatka, and Wafflestein the Gets No Bitches. AOC 3. Age of Civilizations 3 is an upcoming installment in the Age of Civilization series, developed and self-published by Lukas Czachowski. Set to release in 2024, the game makes a turn away from the franchise's legacy turn-based system, and is set to bring it into modern times with an RTS-style grand strategy system. Tier 2. PTRMC and PTRRP. Borat S1 Shop Raid. After the fallout that ended the first season of PTRMC, the shop of Pylium, the renamed S1, was griefed. Though Borat tried to deny it was him, it was eventually determined that he was in fact the one behind it. Viz Geopol Server. In late 2019, Midnight owner Viz would create a geopolitical Minecraft server, in the vein of Consus or in the future PTRMC. This server, along with the aforementioned Consus, would serve as the inspiration for PTRMC, with its player base consisting of many future staff members, Borat, Shiite, etc. Patria. Patria, originally known as PTR RP1, was a PTR-focused nation roleplay server that began on the 17th of July 2023. It is best known for its quirky combat system that led to humorous outcomes, such as in the Battle of Caracas or in the Battle of the Alamo. The server quickly died out due to a small player base and a disagreement between the staff and owner. Durlowanger. The infamous Oscar Durlowanger was a nefarious character in PTR RP2. He led the invasion of Japan during the Taborite War, where it was rumored he had an excursion with some Fanta and a Ray body pillow, before finally being victorious and gaining his own Ava unit. From there, he would become an indispensable, though peculiar, member of Salem's inner circle. PtR MC-S0. The first attempt at a PtR MC was made during June of 2019. Shiite bought the hosting and was able to start the server for about a day. However, the season would fail after Shiite's attempt at adding the Dynmap plugin collapsed. This would lead him to delete the server in a fit of sadness, ending the first iteration of the Minecraft server. Alan Hughes. One of the most famous characters from PtR-RP1 was Alan Hughes. A graduate of Harvard University, he studied the war barge and Fortify Alamo, and as such became a master of artillery tactics. He used this expertise to almost carry the American forces to victory in the March to San Jose, despite using a map of San Jose, California. However, in the end, the American forces failed and Hughes returned, never to be heard from again. Bosnia. Bosnia was the nation of infamous player Raider Knight during seasons 4 and 8 of PtR-MC. S4 would become one of the most iconic into the server's history, thanks to his conflict with the Death Cow-led United Baltic Duchy. In S8, he would renew the rivalry, and they would battle again. In the end, though, Raider was accused of cheating and banned both times, ending the nation but beginning the meme of Bosnia. Fortify Alamo. During PtR-RP1, also known as Patria, the player Foodman decided to infamously do the action Fortify Alamo. Despite being warned about its probable failure by the very owner of the roleplay, Foodman still decided to go ahead with it and suffered a gigantic defeat at the hands of Santa Anna. PtR-RP2 shipping. Due to PtR-RP2 being a character RP, various ships have arisen as the users pair together characters they personally like. While the only confirmed ships are Railgun, Mateus Torres and Pyranikos, and that between Cypher and Willow Schnee, other non-confirmed ones, such as Brand New Wasteland, Crimson One and Emerald Sastrai, and that between Volron and Neon Cat, are popular. Uruguay. During PtR-RP2, Uruguay had one of the strangest journeys. Beginning as a Brazilian puppet state, it would then throw off its chains and ally with Britain. From this, they would attack Brazil in the aftermath of the Taborai War, quickly defeating them. However, their government was couped by rogue Italian Omino, who led the country to ruin and civil war. Eventually, they were reconquered by Brazil, and their last citizens fled to Dracia. Mr. Bean de Matematica. In the year of 2039, the Brazilian math professor Dr. Rafael Bastos was recruited by the Bolivia-Uruguayan army on their crusade against the Quechua. Unlucky for them, after a comically bad roll, it was revealed that the man known as Mr. Bean de Matematica was actually an agent for South Acre and was on a mission to sabotage the shit out of them for the Zaza Kingdom. His antics ended up orchestrating the downfall of the Bolivia-Uruguayans by setting up a nuclear booby trap that ended the famed Femboy Battalion and sent the young nation into a downward spiral. After the end of the campaign, he has taken the role of the Boogeyman of Brazil, being Knightly Consul Pombo's greatest enemy, using his comically high intellect to sabotage Brazil's operations.
PtR-MC S15. PtR-MC S15 was the final season of the beloved franchise run by Jack, Shiite, Alabama. However, due to many critical issues, it was doomed to fail from the very second it was conceived. Firstly, RT Sammy's economy was retarded, and I just wanted to be peaceful in RP, but then Circle came door of the sea and I was Neymar? Oh, okay, back on topic. Secondly, the naval focus sucked because Romania's never had a navy, and I don't know what a ship is, so I just failed RP. Okay guys, just trust me, okay? The season sucked. No more questions.
Tier 3. Bruh City. Bruh City is PtR user Raider Knight's personal Minecraft realm. on which he has built a very impressive city map, with several high-brow comedic references and generally pleasant architecture. It has garnered a cult-like status within the server. Midnight Jackbox Sessions. Between the 23rd of March and 9th of April 2021, at the time Midnight user Slyer hosted numerous sessions of the party game Jackbox Party in the Midnight Discord server, until he moved to World Roleplay. Numerous funny quotes have come from these, such as the one said by Borat, "I got a big mouth, but you got a big penis." PtR Roblox Sessions. After Dolphin joined the server, PtR started having multiplayer gaming sessions on various Roblox games. Some of the most beloved ones are Bozo vs. Lula, Mexican Drug Cartel, Berlin 1943 Spanish RP, and Central Kansas Driving Simulator. Shitty Grand Strategy Games. Due to the nature of the server's members, shitty grand strategy games have always been a popular topic on PtR. For example, World Warfare and Economics has been made fun of for months at this point, and easy tech games are never easy to defend. The Laptop. The Laptop is a recurring meme in the PtR Discord server, in a direct reference to Hunter Biden's laptop, with the veteran constantly asking where the laptop is. PtR Hoi 4 mod. The PtR Hoi 4 mod was an attempt by PtR users to create a mod for the Paradox Interactive grand strategy video game, Hearts of Iron 4. Although development was promising at the beginning, it consistently slowed down until being abandoned sometime in 2022. PtR Saturdays. PtR Saturdays were the precursors to the better-known PtR MC, as they adopted the Minecraft Mondays format popularized by Keemstar. Although only running for a short period of time, they had a vast influence on the first few seasons of PtR MC. Gen AI. Gen AI is a Discord bot known for making shitposts via the use of artificial intelligence. First spotted in World Roleplay, it was added to Portal to Reality and briefly had access to the general channel, where it made memorable posts such as Basic White Girl. Afterwards, even as it was restricted to the bot commands channel, it kept outputting unforgettable shitposts, until it was banned throughout the entirety of the Discord platform for child pornography, somewhere in May 2022. Gen AI, though, has since come back. Low-quality Discord memes. Low-quality Discord memes was a meme series created by Viz that popularized several funny moments that happened on the Midnight Strategy gaming server in the 2020 to 2021 period. The third video in particular is very well made and stands the test of time as a competent product that delivers on every front. Meloni-chan. Giorgia Meloni is the beloved Prime Minister of Italy. During her election campaign, she shared an anime-inspired image of her on her Facebook. Due to her massive tits, impressively juicy ass, and outright mommy-dommy attitude, many PtR members have busted at least 24 nuts to that post. I sure have. Human rights in PtR. On the 3rd of August 2020, an image leaked onto the announcements channel claiming that human rights in PtR have been violated on a grand scale. Understandably, members started panicking about what this could mean about the future of the server, with their worries bringing this leak to still be the most starred message in the Starboard channel. Russo-Ukrainian War. During the first months of the Russo-Ukrainian War, several PtR World Roleplay members collaborated to make a server dedicated to the conflict, with them posting news about the war. Despite their best efforts, the server died, and the only active member was Algae, who kept posting about his erectile dysfunction there after his termination from PtR. Eevee-Stan. The source of the third generation of PtR members would be the server Eevee-Stan. This community would arise as a conspiracy to destroy the Italian PNC server, before turning into its own thing. The server would then slowly be disbanded and integrated into PTR, before being remade in 2024 after Eevee would leave PTR. Real names. Many PTR users have shared their real names on the Discord server. Some examples of this include Shiite claiming his real name is Shiite, or Slayer claiming his real name is Alex. Despite this culture of sharing their names, many people still refuse to share theirs. Triumph and Tragedy. Triumph and Tragedy, formerly known as Ampersand, was the Discord bot behind the Midnight Grain strategy game known by the same name. Although very popular at first, users grew to dislike it due to frequent crashes, data wipes, and general unbalancedness. It remains the most active part of the server, even as only a few users still play it. Broken code for the most popular iteration of the bot was released on Australis' GitHub, although many users have tried but have been unable to get it working. PTR Music Bot. The much-loved PTR Music Bot was created by user and moderator Omino Sentenzioso for the purpose of providing the server members with a way of listening to music after the shutdown of the previously used music bot Rhythm. While it is unreliable many times and was shut down for quite a few months at one point, it is an indispensable part of PTR. Neymar video. On the colony server PTAOC3, a member known as Baviera uploaded an infamous video about a WhatsApp voice message containing proof about Lula's affair with Neymar. In the video, Brazilian President Lula goes on to say the infamous line, "Oh, Neymar, you're a dog, aren't you?" sparking a multiple month-long meme on the main server.
Star Revolt. A Star Revolt is a recurring joke in PTR where a large number of users react to every message with a star, thus bringing them onto the Starboard channel. The idea comes from the user Slayer, although it was popularized by Senator, who developed an emoji for the phenomenon. PTR mods are known to absolutely despise this joke.
Tier 4. Midnight Conflict. The Midnight Conflicts were two separate Discord wars between the servers of PTR and Midnight. Although both are generally considered to have been PTR victories, these conflicts have caused much ill will and hatred in the community. The Homie Purge. On the 12th of February 2023, Death Cow and Neighbor were banned from PTR. Although the reasons for this still remains unknown, the PTR top dogs have claimed that they were breaking TOS and that some people wanted them gone, although these explanations have gaps in them that the elites refuse to clarify. 100k Afghanis. On the 4th of June 2020, Discord user Raider Knight made a claim that he cares more about himself than he does about 100k Afghanis. Unfortunately for him, this claim was widely unpopular and considered racist, leading to it becoming an inside joke within the community. A Goofy Server. A Goofy Server is the de facto Discord server for Shiite School. Created by a student 3 years ahead of Shiite, this server would eventually come into contact with PTR. Many members such as Slayer, Omino, and Ramiro would end up in the server, and Shiite even fled PTR to lay over there for a time. Geofax. Geofax was a geopolitical Minecraft server known for having some of the worst players in the entire community. PTR would form New Brunswick in this server and proceed to fight a war in which they would defeat the entirety of North America at once, before the moderators put an end to their reign. Admin Furry Stash. Admin Furry Stash is a myth perpetuated by PTR server members. Despite PTR mods consistently claiming it does not exist, Some members of the lower PTR cast continue to claim to this day that the channel does in fact exist, even though only Malio Kid has been shown to have been interested in furries, thus making its existence improbable. People of PTR. The PTR user Casselet has made numerous high-quality shitposts which have gathered cult-like status on the server due to their highbrow humor and general quality. His most popular to date is People of PTR, with members constantly asking for a sequel. Sigma Students Studying. Sigma Students Studying, commonly referred to as SSS, is an often forgotten branch of the wider PTR community, made up by criminals from the original server, such as Jugoslavia Confederacio and Omino Sentenzioso. The Sale of World Roleplay. On the 8th of September 2021, then World Roleplay server owner The Oven got a offer to sell World Roleplay for $20. Understandably, he denied the offer, but then offered to sell it for $150, which got popular among dissatisfied World Roleplay users who proposed they gather up the $150 to buy the server from him. Unfortunately, they were unable to get the funds, and the server stayed under The Oven. The TSC Purge. In 2022, Zawin was banned from PTR for being a nuisance and a general loss for the server. After this, he went and created TSC, along with some of his followers. Later in the year, they bullied a minor and doxed PTR owner Shiite, thus leading to any further TSC members getting banned. The Oven. The Oven was the second owner of World Roleplay, which under his leadership peaked, then continued to decline. A very controversial character, he has been accused of everything from pedophilia to purposefully making the server decline so he could sell it. Attempted PTR Midnight Merger. During the winter of 2021-22, Trisk attempted to merge Midnight with Portal to Reality due to Midnight's disappointing activity. Although promising at first, these talks quickly broke down due to Trisk's arrogance and the fact that Midnight was in an undesirable state at the time. PTR is doomed to fail. On the 30th of May 2021, PTR user Jugoslavia, better known as Hugh, posted a remark about the longevity of the server. In a direct quote, "PTR is doomed to fail." This was later adopted by multiple server members as a recurring joke. June 30th incident. On June 30th, 2022, after getting unauthorized access to Shiite's PC, user Saltine Cracker managed to send several disturbing messages from Shiite's account, including "Justice for George Floyd" and "Shove it up my ass harder, daddy." Users were shocked as to what was before considered a respectable owner was saying, with many users being genuinely concerned for the future of the server. Thankfully, Shiite managed to regain control of his account and stop Neat from forever destroying PTR's reputation as a server.
Midnight Funeral. On the 30th of March 2021, PTR users posted a honorary funeral for the Discord server Midnight Strategies Gaming, as the server had been bleeding members and activity consistently for a prolonged period of time. Although taken as a joke by the members of Midnight Strategy Gaming, the funeral was perhaps the most accurate than first thought, as the server kept going on a downward spiral until today.
Tier 5. What did Erdogan do to you? On the 22nd of May 2021, PTR user MalioKid strangely joined the VC in a drowsy voice. After being questioned about what Erdogan did to him by fellow PTR user Slyer, Malio said a cryptic message in a drowsy voice, then left the VC, prompting the other VC users to conclude that Erdogan had drugged Malio. The PtR Iceberg. Fellow PtR members, I know this is a fourth wall break, but I just have to congratulate my fellow well-done retards on the fact that they took 2 fucking years just to speak into a microphone. I'd already be a crypto trillionaire if they just listened to me for once. Malio's Sauna. On the 8th of December, 2020, World Roleplay user Macho posted an erotic copy-pasta about Malio's Sauna, which was very comedic at the time, as Malio has recently transitioned from a low-value male to a Chad Islamic king. Understandably, it is still cherished today as one of the best in world roleplay literature, unrivaled until its remake in 2024. JPEG RP. The JPEG RP was a geopolitical roleplay server that began on January 26, 2019, with the creation of the Mamluk Empire server by Lonathan. This RP would be differentiated from the majority of such servers by its combat, which basically amounted to posting images of tanks, planes, and other military elements. It would last for 9 months without a reset, until its final destruction in the In an Instant incident. PtR icon slightly changed. Due to the PtR icon being changed for events, many members have speculated that Shiite may have accidentally slightly changed the alignment of the PtR icon. This was confirmed by Shiite, with tons of members being very disappointed as the original beautiful icon was lost to time. Trump Voter 2024. Trump Voter 2024 was a parody account created in 2022 on the Age of Civilizations forums that aimed to stir up support for the Republican candidate Donald J. Trump in the 2024 United States presidential elections. Despite his peaceful nature, Trump Voter 2024 ended up getting terminated in 2024. So much for freedom of speech. Portal to Italy. On the 1st of April 2021, PtR users decided to make a joke server with the same name as the real server, and sent the invite on numerous Discord servers intending to get a kick out of users thinking it was the real server. After infamous Discord user and Midnight Strategy Gaming owner Trisk confused the server with the real one, Shiite decided to rename the prank server to Portal to Italy, which is still its name today. Nowadays, Portal to Italy is seen as an important stepping stone towards the more successful Portal to Age of Civilizations 3 server. Malio singing. Malio on multiple occasions sung in the Talkie Time voice channel, with members being stunned by the grandiose voice of Malio His best performance to date was his rendering of God Save the Queen, with his voice hitting never-before-seen notes. Allah Swat. On the 13th of March 2021, Discord user Dudelate swore to Allah Swat. Allah Swat had been a popular conspiracy theory in Midnight, so Dudelate, a far-right extremist Islamic user, claiming that it was real, was seen as confirmation about the existence of Allah Swat. Dolphin the Dog video. On the 14th of July 2023, Slyer released a disturbing video revealing Erdy Sammy's affair with the dog evolution of Dolphin General. Thankfully for both of them, the video was faked, with Foodman's inclusion being an obvious sign, as he cannot pull a single woman, let alone an entire dog. Pokegirls porn. On the 6th of September 2021, PtR user Sanador29 asked in the text channel General Shite if he would be allowed to share some Pokegirls porn. Upon seeing this request, Shiite requested that Sanador forward the documents into his direct messages. To everyone's shock, Sanador29 sent Shiite some Pokegirls porn. This is one of the most disturbing actions Sanador has ever done in Portal to Reality, and is still being remembered today. AOC2 TNO General Chat Deletion. On June 7th, 2023, user Raider Knight would infiltrate AOC2 TNO with the help of secret PTR agent Yishbo. Using his newfound powers of moderator, he would delete the general chat of AOC2 TNO. TNO would never be the same after this, and they would even discover the PTR wiki as they searched for who could possibly have dealt this blow. However, they never found out. Sapphire mod abuse. On the 26th of July, 2021, then PTR mod Sapphire abused her entrusted moderator powers to destabilize the general chat. Several PTR users then reacted with clown emojis in order to bring her messages to the Starboard sister channel, Clownboard. Many users still consider her inept to be a PTR mod to this day because of the incident. On God. On God was silently invited on the 28th of February, 2022 by Discord user Omino. Despite such an action usually causing massive controversy on the server, no one really seemed to care due to the user's sexy PFP. He still remains in the server and charms the general chat every once in a while. The future owner of PTR. It has been speculated by world-famous futurist, Nostradamus' successor and owner Shiite, that it is PTR's natural destiny to one day be ruled by Erdi Sammy's sister. Evidence for this has been presented, such as her uncanny ability to resist the trolling effects of high-class PTR members, her appreciation of PTR's favorite style of Roblox games, and her knowledge of the most treasured word in PTR.
Shiite is a simp. Due to the large amount of action Shiite has done with the elements of benevolent sexism, many users have come to the conclusion that Shiite must be a simp, also known as a beta male who does favors for women in hopes of getting sexual satisfaction.
Tier 6. Patently stupid incident. Ironically, during the server's 5th anniversary, a PTR member decided to reveal their sexual attraction towards the then owner of PTR, Nee, with a risque, patently stupid prompt. I want to fuck Nee like a professional. After the incident, the PTR court came into session and found Stardust guilty of gooning to a PTR member. Operation Shiloh. In June 2021, a pedophile was stalking Midnight. He would manage to solicit news from a 14-year-old girl, and despite being informed of this, the staff team of Midnight refused to ban him. As a result, PTR initiated Operation Shiloh, which exposed the Midnight staff's complicity in the incident, and led to a general embargo of Midnight. The server has been dead ever since. Eevee's gender. Eevee's gender has long puzzled high-ranking PTR members due to his hermaphrodite-like behavior, refusal to specify his gender, and his shared androgyny and misogyny, although some have interpreted it as pure nihilism. One thing is for sure, though, the day when he shares his gender is the day Shiite sexuality is revealed. Slayer schizophrenia. Due to his weird claims and disturbed line of thinking, many users have speculated that PTR user Slayer may suffer from a form or another of schizophrenia, as no one could have imagined someone who would have such thoughts in the 21st century. In an instant, JPEG RP, the original foundation of PTR, ended with a bang. That being, Shiite's insanity led him to create a crazed message speaking of how, in an instant, his opponent's nation was totally destroyed. This became the first great PTR copy-pasta, though now it is largely forgotten. Wiki. SCP-C05T4-R1C4, aka Wiki, is a classified PTR member whose origins are unknown. Although some speculate he's from Costa Rica, members like Slyer and Raider Knight claim he's Hunter Biden in disguise. He's best known for destroying libertarian arguments and being the main Latin American antagonist to complete U.S. cultural domination over the server. Master of Jew Cooking. In 2019, PTR was a very new server. Young members played childish games with each other and stupidity abounded. In that time, user MalioKid uttered some infamous words. "I want to go to a Nazi dinner party to eat Jews." This line would forever get him the title, Master of Jew Cooking. Portal to Eating Poop. PTR was once given moderator powers in order to jokingly take over the server for a day. However, this would lead to dark consequences. Basil would end up giving his moderator powers to Nick, who would then enact the authoritarian regime known as Portal to Eating Poop for a day until he was banned. You're dumber than bonobos. On the 4th of December 2020, after a rash argument with fellow PTR user Omino, Lonathan claimed that he was an Italian N-word and below bonobos in IQ. Due to the large impact of these claims, many Discord users adopted the line as a recurring joke. Members predicted Ukraine war. Several PTR users, including the owner Shiite, had gone on record during 2021 claiming that Russia would invade Ukraine during the next year, even before the buildup had started. The accuracy of these claims is staggering, leading certain members to claim that Shiite had direct connections to Putin. Gibby is a furry. The Discord user Gibby has on multiple occasions confirmed his sexual attraction towards people dressed in fursuits, and has even directly stated he is part of the furry fandom. One of his quotes on the former Midnight Quote bot directly says he is the furry queen. Gpod Bye. Gpod Bye is an inside joke referring to a joke suicide post made by Discord user Winnie. In the original post, he posts his hand next to a dull butter knife along with the caption, "Gpod Bye." This was quickly adopted as an inside joke due to the absurdity of an attempt to commit suicide with a butter knife. Australis. Many PTR users claim that Australis is in fact just an alt of Viz. This is due to some screenshots provided by PTR user Sapphire, also known by her former name Evie. Though some PTR members even claim that Viz has directly admitted this, Viz still denies this to this day.
The N-word department. On the 23rd of September 2021, Discord user Nick, known as Polak at the time, joined the Volt Political Party's VC while several other PTR members were in it, and started questioning the Volt staff on where the N-word department was. This was a huge coincidence, as no connection between Nick and the other PTR users was established during the incident.
Tier 7. L Joker. L Joker was a friend of Doodlate who was accused of being his alt. He was eventually proven to be an actual person, although several users of the Discord server Midnight continued to claim he wasn't. Lonathan eventually kicked him out of PTR, a move which attracted high criticism due to the beloved nature of his character. Cuckold server. ICS was a popular cartographic server, with its work renowned all over the internet. some of their maps even being on Wikipedia. However, the former owner, Body25, rejoined the server on June 7th, 2024, to announce the server's transition into a cuckold server. Immediately, he was banned, as being a cuckold is a sin in Islam, though we all know what AS mapping is. Hugh arrested. PtR user Huoslavia was a notable member of the Russian resistance to Putin. As a result, once while in VC on Quano charts, he would be arrested and beaten, all while everyone in the VC heard. Though he was unharmed, this event would be remembered as one of the most terrifying in the community's history. Sapphire Incident. PtR was not free of pedophilia. User Sapphire would be exposed in 2024 for having inappropriate conversations with a minor when she was in her mid-20s. Though this information was gained through the Kiwi Farms-esque investigations of now-banned user UAE, in the end the controversy led to Sapphire being banned, ending her 6 years in the community. Nick Auschwitz debate. PtR's resident prison, Camp Not Auschwitz, endured much controversy in its time of existence. The largest and earliest, however, came from Polish users Polish Pilot and Nick. They argued it was insensitive, as their relatives had died at Auschwitz, except for one that jumped off the train. In the end, their objections fell on deaf ears, and Camp Not Auschwitz endures. Operation Atlanta. The success of PtR in 2021 is very well known. However, the reasons for that success are less so. In fact, this success can all be tracked back to a single night. That night, Slayer and Shiite came up with a complex plan to have PtR maximize its potential, with members such as Ashley, Pogfish, and Waffles. Though some parts of the plan fell through, it is speculated by those in the know that this operation was the plan behind PtR's peak. Vlad Pedophilia. Former Midnight user Vlad exhibited several pedophilic tendencies over the years, including calling minors his lovers, adding them to a yaoi, straight up doing erotic roleplay with minors, and being a communist. Photosgoros Hangout. On the 23rd of December 2021, upon the request of World Roleplay user Harvat, the name of the Discord server was temporarily changed to Photosgoros Hangout. This change angered many top PtR users, and the change was quickly reverted. Kekistan HD Mapper. PtR user Alt74 had a mapping channel called Kekistan HD Mapper, where he uploaded videos such as Alternate Future of Europe. Although praised by his cronies, their quality is below average, and they fail to garner enough attention to be sustainable, eventually leading to their end. Viz is a catboy. Midnight's former dictator, Viz, got roped into a system where he was the brother of Ost the Catboy, who was spotted gooning on his school's roof. Unfortunately for Viz, this is a permanent change that will forever ruin his reputation. Rainbow suicide attempts. During 2021, Mexican user Rainbow faked numerous suicide attempts for attention, with some of them even leading the entire server to be afraid for his well-being. After being proven false, a majority of the server grew to dislike the user, leading him to be blocked by many of them and eventually outright banned from the server.
Viatka. Viatka was a member of Portal Twitch of History 3 who was bullied into a depressive state. After initially joining, he met his former bully of Starfruit, which immediately caused him to become defensive, causing people to laugh at the victim. After just a few weeks, however, a new culprit, Senko, jumped on it, permanently turning Vyatka into a state of paranoid anxiety and reducing his quality of life drastically. By the end of the mental torture, only a lesser state of his was left standing, as everything that made him a good person was sanded away by months of bullying, verbal harassment, and ostracization.
Tier 8. The Earbuds. On an unknown date, PtAOC 3 moderator Arash the Archer the Murloc posted a video of him accidentally dropping his valuable earbuds onto the floor. Within seconds, a stray parasite entered his brain and controlled him into mewing on video. Arash went inactive shortly after. iTurkish Insanity. PtR user iTurkish's mental health has been on the decline for a very long period of time, leading several PtR members to claim that he has gone batshit insane. Although his claims, such as that some members have sucked baby penises, seem insane, they weren't outright denied. One of his final messages was a baboon asshole, which several PtR members were weirdly disturbed by. Chexier is dead. Chexier was a well-known user during the early days of the AOC2 forums. He was also initially a member of PtR. However, he vanished after a few months of joining. He is mostly remembered because of his hobby regarding Linux computers. His long absence can be attributed to his death. The mourning of this user led to mass hysteria, involving the illusion of him coming back to the server on June 8, 2021. Every PtR channel is personalized. Many users have claimed over the years that every PtR channel is customized to the specific users. This claim comes from the fact that some people say they have provided sources, while others deny it, messages disappearing, and the myth of the admin furry stash. Lonathan Malio Imposters. Both Lonathan and Malio Kid have changed their personality completely over the years, leading several PtR members to speculate that they are in fact imposters and not the original PtR users. This is further confirmed by the fact that Lonathan has on many occasions said he hates Sisi, which is punishable by death in Egypt, and Malio Kid being a straight-up homosexual, which is also illegal in Saudi Arabia. Lundgren is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Lundgren is an Italian PNC member with such an aura surrounding him that many members have speculated he is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Although this may seem blasphemous, neither Jesus Christ nor Lundgren have had any sexual contact in their life, and both of them have a charisma unmatched by any mortal being. Basil is George Soros. Although not much is known about this subject, Basil has acted multiple times similarly to the Jewish billionaire George Soros, with the most direct piece of evidence being the fact that he demanded that Death Cow have his Jewish role removed in respect of his own religion. Winter crises. Astoundingly, every winter there seems to be a crisis which leads to a purge. This is probably due to the conspiracy theory that winter causes people to gain the stat debuff, retarded depression, which has been confirmed by many scientists over the ages. Regardless, many members have sadly suffered terminations due to these crises, with large-scale purges taking place both in 2021 and 2022. Nigel Farage is a PTR member. On the server's 5th anniversary, the Reform UK party leader Nigel Farage revealed a shocking yet comforting message to the server, revealing that it wasn't actually doomed to fail. PTR had been on a decline for many years at that point, and Nigel Farage's message only served to revive it and bring it into a second golden age. Ariana's father figure is in his head. Although the Discord user Arianos07, also known as Marianos, claims he has a father figure, he has frequently exhibited fatherless behavior, such as acting in a pseudo-autistic manner or refusing to take part in arguments and instead resorting to ad hominem. Not only this, he has also on multiple occasions complained about having schizophrenia, which may be the cause of his perceived fatherfulness. Porto Walter. Porto Walter is a town in Brazil. Known as the town of Salem, there is a huge throne of lies in the middle, and only people with hearts of iron may enter it. If you don't have one, your devil may cry, and you better hope you're a 4 elements trainer, because it's about to be your darkest hour. Algae's erectile dysfunction. PTR user Algae has frequently complained about his erectile dysfunction, which directly stems from his masturbation addiction and has negatively impacted his life. This complaining also led to his termination, as top PTR users were upset with the fact that Algae was unwilling to solve his own issues while complaining about them. Nickname is the real owner of PTR. Nickname 03 is a silent PTR user invited by Omino Sentenzioso on February the 22nd, 2020. He mostly talks about politics on the server. However, he is known to befriend many of PTR's most influential users, which raises the suspicion of him owning PTR from the shadows. Senko is an evil genius. The multiple-time Nobel Prize winner Slyer, who also happens to have a 6-inch cock, 6 feet in height, and a 6-figure salary, has notably speculated about the fact that Senko's IQ is over 200. This has been proved by her ability to revive dead servers, and to not kill herself despite living in Croatia. If this turns out to be true, then the Croatian economy is doomed to succeed.
As the